those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me on Patreon, thank you so very much for your support. I wanted to say thank you very much to Karen Stringer, our newest subscriber over on the Patreon channel. If you're interested in subscribing to the Patreon page, you go to patreon.com and look up Anglegeist. Over there, you get certain readings that are available at the beginning of the month, depending on the level that you choose, and all subscription levels get the daily forecast a day early. Sorry, I'm running behind this month for the month of March. This is the reading for the month of March for the sign of Leo. So if you have a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Leo, you would want to watch this just to indicate what kind of a month you could potentially be having. If you have heavily placed planets in the sign of Leo, you may want to watch this. That would be 3 or more planets that would be considered heavily placed. This is a broad spectrum reading, so I use broad terms when talking so that it can reach the most amount of people. If it fits in your life, great, utilize it to however you best see fit. But if for some reason it doesn't make any sense, that doesn't mean anything's wrong or broken. You just might be working on something different this month. And it could be like, the effects of your planets and what houses and all of that sort of stuff. So again, this is very broad spectrum. If it does make sense, or it does, fit for you, or it's sort of the reading that you want to have for the month of March, feel free to use it in however you need to. But always know that when you make any personal decisions in your life, those decisions, after having watched any of my videos, those decisions are solely your responsibility. And never take anything that I say over that of a professional in the field, like a doctor, lawyer, or therapist. Always listen to them first and foremost, and use your own highest intelligence and intuition when making your decision. So let's get into this and see what's going on for my lovely Leos. And again, I apologize for being late for March for all the signs, those of you that are tuning in. The last 2 weeks of February was tough. So we're here and we're trying to get it done. So bear with me. All right, let's see what Leo needs to know. The first card is the signifier card for the month. This gives us a little idea of the theme for the month, possibly something to focus on, something to be aware of. So we'll look at this and see what this is. And let's see what comes out. We have savor all moments in life. I love this. To me, this is very Leo, and this is like perfect Leo energy. I love that she has this giant piece of cake. Like there might even be some savoring that, let me try and get this in the frame. There might even be some savoring that we might feel a little guilty about, or a little bit like maybe we shouldn't, but we're gonna, and that's okay. I get a really good feeling from this card that it's about like taking, pleasure in the simple things, or the day-to-day joys that we have. Really hopefully building upon that every day throughout the month of March would be really pleasant. Indulge a little bit, Leo, but I feel like Leo is a sign that's not necessarily unfamiliar with indulgence. Let's say you guys love that sort of stuff. So to me, this feels very much in line with your sign and feels really nice. There could be cause for celebration. That cake also is making me think of the word celebration. So if there's opportunities for celebration this month, enjoy it. Take it for all it's worth. Really, really enjoy it. And don't judge it. Let's say that. That cake is also making me feel like if you're going to do something that you're like thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't, just wholeheartedly go for it if it makes you feel good, Leo. Don't hold back or diminish the experience in any way, shape, or form. Okay. All right. So let's hold on one second. Oh my gosh, I've lost control of the cards. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm a little bit goofy today. Let me just change the camera. I don't know if you guys can see. Hold on, I'll share it with you because Aries found out about it too. Let me see. Can you see me? Okay, you can see me, right? Yeah, my hair is not so great. Today's my birthday, but let me just show you. We have a new friend. He is my birthday present to myself. I don't know if it was the wisest or smartest choice to get a puppy, but I've been feeling like I wanted to be pregnant for a little while now. So that's who's sitting on my lap, and that's why I'm giggling from time to time because he's sort of sitting as I'm shuffling cards, staring up at me. All right, let's get back to your reading. Sorry, I'm going to shuffle one more time, but I keep looking down and he's staring right up at me with these big eyes, and it's so funny. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you for saying happy birthday. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Leo, lovely Leo. So do make sure you enjoy and savor all of the moments this month, Leo, and let's see what's going on in your cards. All right, so the center card is where you're kind of centered at for the month of March. It's not going to be permanent, right? So you'll go in and out of this energy, but it gives me a brief overview of kind of where most of my Leos will be at and where you'll be centered at, what you'll be looking at, maybe working on, potentially also what you could be creating for the future. So let's see what that is. Oh, wow. So we saw this as the outcome in the Aries reading. Hold on one second. Let me close that. This is the Four of Swords. So this is about stability, mental stability. This is about withdrawing maybe the opinions of others. With this cake here about savoring all the moments in life, this Four of Swords could indicate that maybe we need to like close out the thoughts and feelings of others or the opinions of others and how we need to do things so that we can clear our mind, find that, not that we're unstable in our mind, but maintaining that stability in our mind, that clarity, listening to our own inner voice, our own internal guidance, doing maybe what we want, and being really clear on how we may perceive or think about a situation. That would be the focus of or where you guys are going to be centered at, not necessarily taking into taking into counsel the opinions of others. Like that's certainly not the goal this month for you guys, or not where you're operating from. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be one-sided or selfish. It just means you're really truly listening to your own self. And also a little bit of this card can indicate like kind of self-care, meditation, introspection, really taking that time out throughout the month to really kind of get clear on what it is that you need and how it is that you need it. I'm sorry, my dog's snoring so loud. All right, so the next card is the foundation card. And I use the analogy, it's like the foundation of a house, right? This card is from the past, and it's what everything in the reading today is built upon. So it's a memory or a period from the past that is sort of holding everything in place or sometimes driving it into the future. So let's see what that is. Oh, I'll take it. So this is the Lovers. Associated with the sign of Gemini, which is an air sign, right? Which is very complementary to the sign of Leo. The Lovers is about a choice, usually. It can be about great love. It can be about romance. It can also be about sort of feeling connected to yourself at a deeper, more profound level, or to those around you at a deeper and profound level. I like that this is your foundation card. I feel like this is also similar to the Aries reading because they had Empress in their foundation. They had the Four of Cups in their center. If you all end on the Four of Cups, I'm going to freak out. But so with the Lovers in the foundation, to me, I feel like this is a period from the past where things felt like at least in sync, in line, connected. Everything was sort of had a sense of well-being, a sense of a harmony to it, right? And right now, I don't necessarily get that there's any disharmony at all. And the reason why I say that, we'll have to look at the other cards, but God, my dogs are snoring so loud. The reason why I feel that way is because not only is the Lovers the foundation, but also this Savor all the moments in life card really speaks to this idea of enjoying what we have, not taking anything for granted, listening solely to ourselves and to our own mind, and keeping really clear thoughts, really clear sort of perceptions or our attention in a clear and precise way so that we can enjoy the things that we have and what is readily available to us in March, okay? Let's look at this Spirit or Soul card and see what that has to say. So this is what's up above you, what your Spirit or Soul wants. It's what it wants you to focus on and what it wants you to work on. This is the Ten of Cups. This is the element of water. I'm sorry, they're snoring so loud, guys. This is the element of water. The Ten of Cups would indicate sort of emotional abundance, feeling really emotionally complete. This being in the spirit space to me feels very beneficial for my Leos. This is about being able to really enjoy everything that is going on around you, connecting to it in an emotional way, in a very profound way. Tens are always about not only completions of cycles, but also completion for everyone. So like when you see like, to me, the Ten of Cups or the Ten of Swords, it's about, or not Ten of Swords, the Ten of Cups or the Ten of Pentacles. It's about not only providing for ourselves, but also providing for everybody else that we love and care for too, and doing so willingly, right? So when I look at this in our spirit or soul space, it says to me, our soul wants us to realize, hello, miss, hold on, sorry guys. Hey, thank you, you're just snoring really loud. Yeah, I know, but it's getting kind of like a rest home. All right, so the Ten of Cups to me feels like Leos need to really connect to the beauty and emotional sort of abundance that you have, the appreciation that you have for others, the appreciation that they have for you. That Lovers down below with the Ten of Cups up above feels rather blissful to me in combination. The Four of Swords is a little bit withdrawn or a little bit sort of introspective in a weird way, which I don't know. To me, that doesn't feel completely in alignment with the card from the past and what our soul wants us to work on. So let me just say this. If some of my Leos are feeling a little bit like, I need my space, or that's fine, do that, but don't isolate is kind of the feeling that I get, because I feel like there's a little bit of power in this Lovers Ten of Cups combination that can really allow you to feel very deeply fulfilled. That would be that Ten of Cups in the spirit space. Now, the next card is, the next two cards are the outside influences. These are things that are influencing us in the month of March. They can be either positive or negative. They can be people, sometimes events, sometimes things more vague like belief systems or energies that are having an effect on us in the month of March, and we just need to be aware of them. So let's see what they are. So one is the Five of Wands, the element of fire, right? And this card to me, even though it's in your wheelhouse because Leo is a fire sign, it is kind of the card that I refer to as the whole lot of fuckery card. Fives are transitory. It's always like this sort of playful competition and kind of fighting amongst friends. Sometimes maybe things that are fun or a little bit annoying that get a little bit out of hand and feelings get hurt. This is an outside influence. So this could be office politics. This could be, I don't know, friends getting into it with you. That might be some of this Four of Swords energy of why Leo feels like you want to withdraw. Because to me, when I'm looking at that Lovers and that Ten of Cups, that feels really like we want to be connected. But the Four feels no. The Four feels like I want to retract. And so when I'm looking at this Five of Wands, that might be the very thing that Leo needs to sort of retract from. And then that brings me to this signifier, which is savor all the moments, savor all moments in life. We might have to savor those moments on our own this month because people around us might be acting a fool. So is sort of the feeling that I'm getting. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we don't love them any less. Does that make sense? Because that Ten of Cups and that Lovers card speaks to this idea of feeling that love, feeling that emotional connection, and allowing that to almost sort of hopefully be your guide, even if that means that you have to pull back a little bit and step out of the drama or not be there to fix things for others, right? That Five of Wands could be the need to fix situations for others that have gotten out of hand. They may have nothing to do with you. And you may have to love yourself enough or love them enough to be like, no, I'm going to let them figure it out this month. Okay. Let's look at the other outside influence. Oh, great. We have the Devil. No wonder why you're retracting, Leo. No wonder why that Four of Swords is in the center. Here's the thing. I'm not bothered by the Devil being there because I will say this. The Devil is going to show us where we're weakest, right? The Devil could be a whole, I would say the Five of Wands is, I call it a whole lot of fuckery. The Devil would be even more so. The Devil can manifest in sort of anywhere where we're not serving ourselves, right? Like it can be the addictions of others. It can be our own sort of, well, this would be an outside influence. So let's just say, how would I describe this? This could be the addictions of others. This could be others procrastinating. This could be people that we care very dearly about and we're watching them throw shit away. This could be watching the destruction of something that we don't really necessarily, we can't do anything about, right? The thing is even with this Five of Wands and the devil, again, even though he's the sign of Capricorn, but because he's the devil, it makes me think of the, hell, and that's fire. And so I feel like all of this stuff with the devil and the Five of Wands going around you this month, it may be uncomfortable or not uncomfortable. It may seem overwhelming or annoying, but with the Ten of Cups and that Lover's card and that Four of Swords in the center, it feels like to me, Leo is strong. You will be reserved. You will be connected to how you feel and what you think very clearly and certainly emotionally feeling good. But you have to maintain that for yourself. This sort of savoring all moments in life is about finding that in the midst of maybe the adversity that the outside world is presenting to you. There might be, like I said, office politics or people's sort of goofy behaviors that, not even goofy behaviors, like flat out bad behaviors. Let's just say that, because that devil would indicate that. That could be, how do I want to say, like wanting to catch your attention or piss you off, but I don't feel like it's going to work. Not with that Ten of Cups and that Lover's card in the center. What the answer here this month is for you guys to pull back, to retract, to be more, I don't know if reserved is the right word, but like maybe just look out for you, enjoy, maybe sit from the sidelines and have a piece of cake, Leo, and just watch the drama unfold. That I do feel like these outside influences almost have nothing to do with you. Does that make sense? And everything to do with kind of everybody else and their either negativity or I don't know. It feels like like shit's falling down around you, but it's not your shit. Does that make sense? Like, so it doesn't have to really affect you this month as long as you don't let it. You might have to ensure that you don't let it by pulling away. All right, let's look at the potential outcomes. What I mean by that is that this card is sort of where things are naturally progressing, barring that nothing major changes. It's not set in stone by any means. It just indicates where things are heading right now as everything stands. If this is a negative card, we can use it as a warning to make choices and changes to affect the outcome. If it's a positive card, we can take heart in the fact that we're naturally heading towards it and we don't have to do much to change it. So let's see what that is. And I'll take it. So we've got the Ten of Wands, and this makes complete and absolute sense. I like that we end out on a Wands card, which is fire, the element of fire, which is your home element. The 10 would indicate personal completion, or not even personal completion, but completion of a chapter or the closing of a chapter. Wands is always the letting go of a burden, something that we've maybe carried with us, or some work that we've been, working towards. We're finally getting to the end point or the end game with that. If we've been dealing or struggling with something that's been a little bit hard for us, i.e. that whatever that devil situation is, or a little bit annoying and frustrating, i.e. that Five of Wands situation, end of the month is when we get to let that go, right? End of the month is when we get to feel free enough to see that like the finish line is on its way, and it's we're able to sort of let go of that burden. We're going to be able to potentially step back out into the that more gregarious, loving, kind Leo that you like to be. Not necessarily have our walls up. I'm not saying that it's walls per se, but that Four of Swords does feel like taking your own space in your own time so that other people can work out their own stuff. You don't necessarily have to help or save everyone, right? The Ten of Wands would indicate the awareness of that and being able to let that stuff go and move on to new things by month's end, or at least new ways of relating to these situations where they don't feel quite as maybe oppressive, because it's that let go in the Ten of Wands that I like. because it means that, whatever the devil may represent or the Five of Wands may represent, they're not staying around. The devil could hang for a minute, but the five is definitely transitory. And that 10 says, okay, good. Leo gets to let go of whatever is burdening them by the end of March. Ideally, though, I don't think it's your burdens so much. It could be the burdens of others, but you've held sort of strong or tight throughout the month of March and kept your emotional focus straight. Your foundation is centered in love and compassion towards others. So that also helps to speed you through the month or take you through the month. No matter what happens around you, you don't have to be swept up in it. I hope that makes sense, you guys. That is your forecast for the month of March. Again, thank you for being patient, and I look forward to seeing you guys next month. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to message me at the business page over on Facebook if you have any questions about a private reading, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.